what I was thinking we would put together to help everybody is possibly, and Jake or Blake, we can talk about this, like, because we have people coming to us looking for particular deals, and we thought, what if we put together the criteria that they were looking for, and that while you're looking for your own deals, you could be looking for these deals too, because that's another way to generate income coming in for yourselves. Does that make sense? And it gives you more practice inside of finding particular deals. Because the more practice you get, the better you get at it, the faster you get at it, and the more money you make at it. I don't know about you, but I think you guys are here to make money and do deals. So I just wanted to see what your thoughts were about that. Would that be something if we put that together that you guys would utilize?
I think that'll be
What's your
definitely something we could utilize for sure. Because I know it can just hone in a certain area as well and just kind of give us an easier, because there's so much real estate out there that ultimately just kind of having a zone and then also what kind of property that they want just makes it a lot easier to just kind of hone in on that one
Autograph.
aspect.
Welcome to the deal room.
Okay. Saray, is that something that you would utilize?
Yeah, I think that sounds really good. Because I'm in agreement with Blake. There's a whole lot to look at.
And there's
Well,
already a
and that's
client
why,
for it too.
right, and that's the point. If we already have a client that is looking for this asset class and we just feed it to them, they're happy, we're happy, everybody's happy. Um,
Well, and the the trick with that though is sometimes that you're what you end up doing is chasing a long-tailed cat through a room full of rocking chairs, right? Because unless they have like vetted proof of funds, for example, like I won't shop for people's real estate deals unless they have proof of funds in my record. Like I need to know that they have that amount of money. So I want to be careful with these guys that they're not out just shopping for people who say, "Oh yeah, I'd love to have a blah blah blah." Okay, great. Like, what makes you qualified to do that? Does that make sense?
yes. So I was specifically just thinking about Westlake. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, and again, um that's good, yes, but like um that's yes. Again, I want to make sure that we're understanding that you're not just going out looking for land for people that are like, oh, I want to own a veterans home that takes care of orphan children and dogs and cats and as a horse rescue out back and blah blah blah. Or is that I mean, are we on the same
Yeah.
page or not?
Yeah, the only one I'm thinking about right now that is qualified in my mind is Westlake.
Right. But
I
there's
don't think anybody else is qualified.
right. Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, and that's kind of what I was doing before I got here with one of the groups that I was with over in Pace's community as I was looking for specifically RV parks. And I don't think that they actually had the money for the RV parks because everything that I sent them, whether it was good or bad, I kept getting a lot of pushback. So I'm
Right.
not 100% sure there was. And I don't know how to even ask for proof of funds or anything like that since I just, as you guys know, just got into this stuff.
Right.
So I felt like I was doing a lot of work every day, and then I would bring a few things, and they'd go, "Oh, well, we already looked at that." And I'm like, "Well, if you've already looked at this, and why is it still in the call like list? Like, I don't
Right.
understand what's happening here." Anyway, it was a little bit, not that I'm trying to complain. I'm just saying I'm,
No,
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 we're
no,
not.
but
And
that's a
again,
beautiful point. Yeah.
it's not to your that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Is like we can teach you guys how to get proof of funds from people, or what I'm trying to do is build a marketplace so that those people that want to find it come in shopping. You know, I got a guy right now emailing me a deal. He's like, "Oh, I found this deal in Surprise," and he sends me the info, and it's like he's just dumping the deal in my lap. Tell me what it's worth. Tell me and there's no benefit to us at all. This guy, like, I give him any opinion about it one way or the other, we get no benefit to that.
Hmm.
And so that's why I won't work with people like that. That's why I started the Land Shark Mastermind, was so that people came came in to do this stuff. What what I feel like Catherine's trying to get to is, we want to help you guys make money at this, more so out of the fact that we don't want it to be a waste of your time, but also not a waste of ours either. Sitting in here every day for an hour, it is not cost effective if we're not doing deals and getting deals
Right.
written and stuff. So, Blake's got this giant, he's trying to harpoon this whale out there in Oklahoma City, but I want him to also focus on finding the rundown vacant lot around the corner from his house that's only like 200,000, that he can do by himself with just a little bit of education, because
Yeah.
he's going to need to be able to make that money.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I worked with a couple of different groups, and I think also, I mean, this is just my observation. I think that part of the reason that I was also struggling is because when I came into the groups, there ended up being so many people in the group. I think we were in the different groups that I was in, I think we were kind of overlapping on our calls and call lists, and I think it was too many people with not enough organization to keep everybody not stepping on each other, if you know what I mean.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, you got eager people and then not so eager people.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, to your point, like, I want to help, like, help you guys find ways to make money. And so the big deals that you bring to us, great. But I want to look at the little ones too, that'll help you guys make money, keep you guys in the game, grow your game, stuff like that. So, and coming up with ways to do that. So we're really trying to focus on getting deals written and getting deals done every day. So that's what we want to kind of try to get around to. I want to show you guys the video that Catherine's talking about.
Telegram. Welcome to the deal room. Get your deal ready for the Land Shark Mastermind.
Just a small video that TikTok made that. All I did was take that one graphic behind your head and fed it to him, and then I made the rest of the video on TikTok. Um, let's see if I can get off here. Anyway, Catherine has a deal we looked at with it was a business, right? Small business.
Which one? We've been looking at so many.
The small business one we looked at this morning, the dumpsters.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So these are examples of things you guys can grab onto as well. We're going to be talking with a company later today that's kind of what they do, is they find ways to get into startups. Um, the ability to get these deals going comes from knowing what I have to do, and this is in my investor survey. But for you guys, like Blake, I think you could do, and Saray, both are capable of going out and finding like 40, 50, 60-year-old houses and getting a game plan together to put a duplex or a triplex or a quadplex there. Get rid of the old house that was there, tear it down and build back a new structure that can make substantial income. Right. Like, so I want you guys to go down those paths, bring those deals to us and say, is this something I can do? Yeah. I don't want you to, like, again, because Pace's thing is 100%. Super big into doing RV parks, but at the end of the day, like, the only people that make money off of those are the people buying them and the people selling them. The people running them live on the cash flow. They're not getting rich. So the people buying them make a lot of money, and the people selling them make a lot of money. But the people running them do not make a lot of money. They make cash flow, right? So there's that. Um, one of the other things that we talked about is you guys having a Florida thing going, a cohort in Florida going, is so that way you're able to run your own deals um, alongside what we're doing and work together as a team to get those done. You can have somebody pulling lists, somebody calling those lists, and then somebody, once you find the footwork, you can get somebody to then put together the paperwork. So I want to help put those things together for you guys there, not only in Florida, but California as well. But we're working on a deal right now, with Blake in Oklahoma. But I'm hoping that, what we can get you guys to do is come daily. Like I just got a text message. Trying to see if I can get my message to come up. I get text messages all day, various times a day from people, to look at deals. And so, I can run deal hunter deals all day long if I wanted to. But I want to know from you guys what would work good. Would it work better if when I get the deal, I just go put them into the WhatsApp and you guys can take them from there? Or you guys start trying to find your own? I can give you the contacts and you can get on those call lists with those people. The idea is um, to get everybody involved in finding a deal and getting a deal ran. So, um, hold on a minute. So I'm gonna put one here because like the basic price point of um $1 million or 1 acre, I feel like is a good position to start from on just about any deal, and anywhere in the country, because then again there's enough there for people to partake in, usually. So, um but if it's, if it's on you guys to find deals, start local, start in your MSA and be like, okay, where's the edge of growth happening? Use Deal Hunter to help you discover that. Say, I'm in this zip code. Where's the market trends, you know, trending higher? Where do I need to be buying? And it should be giving you those answers. And then, bringing those into the room, um, um, we can run those and get into those. So here's an example. Excuse me, I got to share my screen again. I don't know where, there it is. Oh, I gotta find my GPT. There it is. All right. You guys can see this one. Just oops. This is just one that was sent to me in a text message just right now. And it's in an area that I know is growing. People are moving out there and living that way. Um, it's an acre lot. So that's why I'm gonna run it, is because it meets that 1 acre deal. That not quite, $1 million, but it's a 1 acre deal, which could lead me to a little bit of monthly cash flow. On a fast scan, the property price is here, and the size of the house is there. In this area, I can put a quadplex here. And on an acre, quadplex works just fine. So, um, so these are the asking price is 237. Right here it shows that a cash deal going in at 205 to 220, like pay it now, get it done and close it fast. That's really the direction that they want to go. Like to make money. You wanna there's your margin. 237 to 205. That's $30,000 margin, $25,000 margin. Those are the numbers you want to look at and go, I need it to be like that, right? So, but you're not gonna find that out by sitting here just running this deal. So, um, let's make an offer on this. After you give me 5 comp. And I want 5 comps just because, I need to make sure that this area is in that price range. 1 acre with 1,500 square foot. But again, I'm looking at it as just a fix and flip. But I can look at it as a bigger development project because of 1 acre, I could probably get it, like I said, get a 4,000 or 5,000 square foot house on there that it's a quad and rent it out. This area would allow for that. And I'll show you here in just a minute. Here's the comps. Sold, 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 sold. Listed. Listed is not the same as sold. Okay. So these are sold. The differences are this one's a newer build, bigger home, but not much as far as discount. This one sold 330,000. It's similar, and it probably is a mobile home. This one's a mobile home too. So price difference, $100,000 price difference between what we're at, what they're asking and what I can get fair market. So there's $100,000 margin just right there, right? So if I can get it for like 215, that would even be better. You know what I mean? So going through this, looking at it, I can get it to write the contract for me and submit it straight over to this guy. All I have to do is type yes in the text message and it'll make it possible for me to move in on it. I want to tear the house down and build a 5,000 square foot quadplex. And just so that I can verify, I'm gonna go look at the property on Google because I'm pretty sure that this is a mobile home, which if it's a mobile home, that's awesome. Shopping for trucks. Google Maps. Okay, so this is actually in kind of like what's called it's a little bit of a subdivision, a little bit. You can see that the roads are not improved to get into it. Like here's where the pavement ends. This is not pavement, that's a gravel road. Going back up in there and then looking at it, there's boats, there's trash, all kinds of stuff. Probably not going to get a ground level view because it's got the dirt roads going to it. So with the dirt road going to it, there's not much there. But if we zoom out, this is uh, along what's called Patton Road. This was a subdivision, rancho, like mini ranches from back in the day, 1980, stuff like that. But it's right off the highway. So get off the highway and boom, you're there. somebody hiking put their car. That's dumb. Don't make that public information. Anyway, that house we were looking at's right over that way. Believe they got water out here on a well. Trying to see. But you can see people have multiple houses on one lot. Here's another one. 27424. They this is all one lot right here, but they made it into an oasis, family compound. And that's something you could definitely do here on this property that we were just looking at. So, right there. So it's big enough to do something. You put a quadplex right here. You could have two driveways coming in, one for each side. And that's allowable now out in Arizona. Let's go see. So we can look at it as a quadplex, you know. It says that there is a 2.5 units per acre. So technically, we're not by right allowed to do that quadplex. Would need to be one of these types here. But looking at the property and doing the work out there on it, you're looking at this price range right here. So, and then from the rental side of it, you're looking at this right here. So inside of that, if we stabilize it, we get the most rent and we get the highest value. It's still less than what the total cost would be. So duplex or quadplex, probably not a good idea, right? Because of the fact that we're not going to get a significant enough amount of rent out of the deal out there. Like these are the highest amounts we could get for that square footage out there, for sure. So it just doesn't make sense right there. But it might on a vacant lot that's sitting outside of your guys' house. Doesn't make a lot of sense for us. Also because of the cost of the construction, like the construction cost alone is like excruciating for a 5,000 square foot house. That's a lot of money, right? So probably not something to push too hard on, but we could do 2.5 units out there, as it said. So that's one thing that we can look at there as well. Aside from just buying it, doing a little work and flipping it, we can actually decide to build more of put 2 units out there. 2 houses for the price of one would sell for 400,000 really fast out there. I'm not saying build one. I'm saying just add another one. You could add another trailer out there for 40 or 50 grand. And by adding another trailer out there, you're giving yourself the ability to add that value you want to get and get more money from it. So like cleaning all this up and putting another, single wide or double wide back here, off of it, near it or against it or something, would definitely increase your potential of making more money. You got a double right there. Looks like 2 houses there. This one's a big house, big fancy house. And that's the other thing. If you got it for less money, you want to go buy that one. Look at that one, Blake. Imagine cleaning that one up.
That would be a process, that's for sure.
For sure. So, that's the thing is like, When you're out looking and prospecting for property, you want to find the stuff that makes sense. And sometimes it's not the thing that got you to the subdivision that makes sense. It's the one around the corner. You're like, hey, I want that one. How do I get that one? You know? So being right off this main road right here is the big point. So this is actually, I think, the water, yeah, fire district right there. That's the other thing too. Kendra and I were looking at other ways of finding property. Going into finding property on probate, going and looking on, um, uh, looking for fire damage property because we have some fire damage deals that we're looking at with people right now, and it's like to find those is pretty interesting. Um, church properties. That's another thing we discovered last week at our meeting was churches typically have extra space and they need help figuring out what to do with it. So, and we can help them figure that out too. So, anybody got a deal to run? Katia was supposed to come in this morning, but she had to go into work early, so we're not going to see her deal.
I don't have a deal, but I just had questions. Explain to, I mean, if you don't mind, what are you doing with the fire damage? Are you knocking them down and rebuilding, or are they able to be remediated? Like, what are you doing with those?
Depends on the fire damage, but usually we're buying them and then tearing them down
Yeah.
uh, and making way for a new house. Um, Depending on the fire damage.
And with the church properties, are you buying like just a portion of their property to use for yourself, or are you doing stuff for the church, so to speak? I can't imagine they have the budget to pay you to do anything.
So that's where you get into what's called the USDA loans. What else, Catherine? You were talking with people about this. What other ways were they getting people like, because you're not buying the land from the church, you're leasing it, but you're able to put like nursing homes there or um
Yeah,
uh,
it's assisted living facilities is what they've been leaning into, and it's become this huge surge of churches having all this land. I mean, I'm trying to think where I was reading it the other week.
but you can get money for those to go in there and do those things from a variety of government locations.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was,
okay.
and I can take a picture. So there is a website. Hold on. I have them all right here, which Tommy, I forgot to ask if you want all this OZ stuff updated to all our OZ wizard stuff. Um, so they gave, yeah, it was at the thing that I spoke at on Tuesday. I can take pictures and it's all these websites that you can go to for, different grants and stuff. Yeah, it was this that they were
Huh.
talking about the churches. It's really interesting. Yeah. The other thing, Tommy, I was thinking about is those videos that you sent me, the how to make money videos. And there were a couple of them that were all about government land and getting on those lists and being able to go and find the land that way and use those strategies. I didn't know if you wanted to dive into that at all because I thought I watched those several times. Those were really interesting, but I don't know. Are they viable?
Yeah, there's ways
Thought
to,
about?
right, there's ways to get in there and find these properties. And so what we can do is kind of break into those a lot more too and get into describing those a lot more. Um, but yeah, the fire damage stuff, um, like using, and this by the way this is, I believe, Ford's test track.
It looks like a paperclip and a pop tab.
Yeah,
Right.
but yeah, it's a test track. So
Well,
here,
tell them about, I don't think everybody knows, tell them the story about they buried a bunch of vehicles in the desert.
oh yeah, when they, I mean, because that's the thing, like when insurance pays, you got to get rid of it somehow. And so what they do is they just bury it.
They
So
literally have buried vehicles in the desert.
And then what happens if you buy that land?
you got dirty dirt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm assuming they're not disclosing all of that. They
Nope.
probably don't even know. Like after a while, they probably don't know where those things are anymore, right?
Right. What is your zip code there, Saray?
Mine, 34786.
So it'll do some scanning for fire damage stuff. Catherine and I actually after that event went like on a little side trip and ended up down a side road and went past a fire. Oh, by the way, Catherine, we need to get those things printed off from Linda because I wanted to get those um warning letters sent over to them today. That's what I was hoping you would be able to go do for me, but maybe with
Oh
Okay,
my
Laura
I
gosh.
found it.
can go do it or something.
Temple Avenue is quite literally right around, I'm like, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes from my house at the most.
So, it says roughly 70% of the home, so you're gonna knock it down,
Dang.
right?
Hmm.
Here's another one, couple more.
Uh, those are actually even closer than the Hempel Avenue.
So again, these and what you would go look at um on these is going to be how long they've been sitting, did the owners get, you know, did the owners get paid? And then, how do you get into it? So you can find more about it. Any of the uh, real estate. So these are there. Find the off market and on market fire damage property.
So what did you type in at the beginning? I was listening to you, not watching what you typed in. The very first prompt. What did you say?
Find fire damage property in your zip code.
Oh, okay.
And then I said, are any of these on the MLS right now? And then I said, find me off market and on market property, you know, in the area. So we got some listed here.
And so then with the off markets, you just try to track down a phone number? Like how do you, I'm
Find the owner.
sorry, I just,
Right. So then you're gonna go and try to find the owner in the property through property appraisal reports,
mhm.
right? Or calling the listing agent to go look at it, stuff like that. So this one that says Keens Point, it says that's off-market luxury possibly.
Well, if it's in Kings Point, it's not going to be a cheap house. I
Right.
mean, it wouldn't have been originally.
Right. So, and then you got Oakdale Street, this Third Avenue one. It was burned down 3 years ago. but it shows that the permits show that the property was never completed or rebuilt. Right? So going to look at the like this is from the day of the fire. You can see it's
Mhm.
you know pretty scorched up, stuff like that. But to my imagination, I would assume that that property is not um, still sitting vacant like that. And there's the owners right there, Colin and Nicole Ryan. So we can copy that. It's in Windermere, Florida. And so zooming into it, there's the house right there.
That's just like right around the corner from my house.
Yeah. Looks like there's an old house right there. It looks like it was just rebuilt.
Actually,
Let's go look. January 2025, they just finished building it.
yeah.
So that one's done. But that one's old. So like finding old houses in here, these older houses, so you can build bigger ones like that, new ones. That would be the way to go. So again, usually the one that usually gets you into looking at it isn't the one that keeps you there, you know. So like this one, 315. Little dinky house. Oops, look, for sale.
Yeah, there's a lot of tiny houses around here that people buy and knock down because, you know, it's an older community.
Right. Buy the little ones, tear them down, build bigger ones. And then down in that Florida area, I'm gonna go look at an area that I know. Um,
I'm like, oh, I recognize all those houses. I
yeah.
drive past them all the time.
So down here, um, I mean, I lived out in this area for a long time, but it got destroyed by the hurricane. A lot of these houses are now looking like this, and they you can build these right here, and so a lot of those are becoming the new thing. So let me go down the road a little ways.
Is this near Merritt Island? Is that where?
Oh, this is St. Pete Beach.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
going north. I don't want to go north. I want to go south. Turn around. Like this place. This place has been like ready to be torn down 1,000 times.
It looks like it.
And I mean, it's right next to the Treasure Island area right there. But yeah, like they can't keep that place open and open and clean. It's sad. So, but a lot of these old hotels down here came off the market because um nobody down there to buy them and do anything with them. So they're going after the more luxurious ones, which I'm trying to get down to. Come on. There we go. So at the 7-Eleven, we make a right. And so these down here, these are what are getting replaced, like these giant houses right here. They built all these brand new. These are all basically brand new right here. Because they got, the old ones got tore out. So you go down here on a little ways, come on. Catherine and I went to this beach right here back in,
Mhm.
was it December? No, January for our birthday.
So can you pick up some of those little crummy hotels or motels, the little guys, and knock them down and just build
yeah,
this kind of property that you're showing us now?
yeah, you can, like these here are little cottages, like this one here and that one right there. Um, these are rentals, but like this one right here got torn down, I think. Yeah, they tore that one down. This is all gone. This whole this whole little thing right here is gone. That house and all that. So, and then they've got houses across the street. Like this one was gone because it flooded so bad. The bad thing was that, yeah, all these flooded. So here they're building a new one. That one got torn down. Here it is built. Like how that happened? All we had to do was like turn around a little bit. Right here. They're building it. Ready? Watch the magic. Boop. Done. So, and that one was in 2024. So, but yeah, a lot of these. Here's a hotel right here. I think it's actually gone. Maybe. We stopped over here, watched them. We watched them demo these houses right here. Remember?
Yeah. It was the where they were literally whatever that thing was, the tractor thing.
Yeah. They demoed both of these houses while we sat right there in the car watching them.
Wow.
So, and it says captured 2024. Where's 2026? I thought I seen a 2026 somewhere. Nope. Guess not.
So
Eh,
this is the play that we're doing here in Scottsdale with these luxury homes. Again, it's the Tommy has pointed out multiple times that it's more cost effective to buy a 40 to 50-year-old house, tear it down, and then to build than it is to try and remodel something that old.
Yeah, this is gone. They tore this down. Oh, but a lot of these houses, not just in this, let me jump back this way a little bit. Not just the ones that are right on the beach either. There's a couple of these that are not on the beach that were off, off the beaten path, like this guy's house. This guy's house was toast. Um, a lot of these houses had had RVs parked in front of them because they were living in the RV and living off the power. This house was toast. So we went cruising around down here, and it's called driving for dollars. And now with AI, I can die for dollars. Like I feel like this to me is easier than driving around, you know. But these old houses right here, they didn't survive. Finding the owners, finding somebody to give a check to, that's what you want to do is you be like, who do I give money to? I want to buy this. So, but intercoastal waters up here, behind these houses. So, the idea is, you know, uh, you can make offers on big deals like this because this one needs to be torn down. and build something like that straight across. That's what needs to happen. Like this hotel, these hotels right here need to be taller than that one. And that's what would make sense. So finding a house like that and building up something bigger, that would be the point of that. So these little ones across the street, they're old, very old, but this will always be a tourist area. And until they actually build up, like make these things look more presentable, the the tourists aren't going to go down there and stay in those hotels because those hotels suck,
Right.
you know. But yeah, these little houses like this, they're all vacation rentals. These are all just vacation rentals. So going in, buying them, fixing them up, only if you're going to rent them out, never live in them, you know. But these were all damaged, significantly damaged during that storm. So that's where I would go hunting. Blake dipped out. Blake had work to do.
No, I'm still here. My internet's just been very spotty, so I have it on my phone right now.
Gotcha, gotcha. But yeah, looking at let's go back and look at some of these burnouts. That says it was captured in March 2025. What did the burn down say? That was where? Rubens. $169, 60% burnt. Let's see what it looked like. Oops. Went from that to that. And the inside of them ain't pretty. The nice thing about Florida homes though, they're usually made of brick. And so you can keep all the brick. You just tear everything else down. But I think it said that it was says it's pending for 169,000. It's been on Realtor 233 days. So
Is it because people don't know what to do with it?
eh, yeah, that has a bit to do with it as well, you know. So
Well, that's, I mean, it's not the nicest neighborhood by any means. And I'm kind of wondering, price point wise,
yeah, and it could be that too. It could be a gentrifying area where it's not worth owning, right? That because again, like
it doesn't
yard
look bad there, but
looks great, you know.
that's in general not a place that I would normally.
Live or rent.
I would not do either.
Okay. So you just scratch it.
Well, one of the things that we learned years ago is live where you want, but invest where it makes sense.
Right.
Right? So it's
Yeah.
the piece of like just because you or I wouldn't live there, doesn't mean that other people wouldn't absolutely love to live there. As weird as that sounds,
Or need to live
that's
there,
where we do the numbers.
or need to live there, but
Right.
could be that too. So this one looks like it's off of a lake.
So
Kind
this is where, yeah, being objective and like really doing the numbers has the numbers make sense. Like
Sure.
Laura and I years ago were part of another real estate investing group, and they literally would tell these stories of investing in Mesa, which that show cops, bad boys, what you gonna do, which is pretty much always filmed there.
of
Like you wouldn't put granite countertops. He's like, they're making crack in the bathtub. He goes, you just have to understand who is there, what is there, is it in a class A, B, or C property, and plan accordingly inside of that.
Yeah. And I don't know what all, oh, this is Kissimmee. Pine Hills is just not considered a very great area. There's a lot of crime down there, and that's really my thing. I don't want to be dealing with, even if I'm renting it to somebody else, I don't want to be dealing with any sort of crime issues on property that I own, you know?
Okay, so then you want to stay in what's called the B class or then A class property, definitely not C class. C class is a whole other set of
Right.
stories that you get to tell.
Right, Catherine, remember they were like, do you want to bring a knife to collect rent, a
Oh,
gun to collect rent, or, your Labrador retriever to collect rent? Was
So it's just a matter of understanding exactly like, and for me, like, the some of the properties that I had, the minute that I had to actually physically bring a gun with me, I was like, I'm out. Like,
exactly. Yeah,
not interested.
I'm good. Thank you.
Right? But some people love that stuff. So again, you just have to know your personality and be clear, what your particular buy box is.
Now, this area, Golden Dewdrop, I know where that is, and that's a nice enough area. That's more of a just everyday kind of, you know, regular Joe type of neighborhood. It's really nice and clean. They don't have any problems that are report. I mean, I have like the little crime things that come to my email every day, so I always know what's going on.
The only issue with this one is it says that it's sold, so I think it's already gone. Um, this one here, like something like this would just be a tear down because it's too old
Right.
there, right? So it says sold, but 7 days on the market, last sold at 64,000. So when you find websites like this, you can get on them, go in and put no minimum, put a maximum of 100 and filter. How many does it give you? It says there's only one, so. Oh, this is for Scottsdale. Huh, I don't know how I went from Scottsdale or from Florida to Scottsdale, but okay. Anyway, the point was on these, I like to, when I find a listing site that has a lot of these type of things in them.
Sorry, just realized it was 10:02 and I have another call I have to be on.
Absolutely.
Um,
Well,
yeah.
everyone, thank you for today. We'll be back tomorrow. Bring your deals and we'll do some more.
Thank you, Tommy. This was really helpful for me today. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you. So have a great day.
All right.
I